Welcome to Callum Connects, 5-minute entrepreneurial inspiration for your day. Our guest today on Callum Connects is Steve Fredland. Steve is a business coach, founder of the Small Business Community, host of the Rec Poker podcast, TEDx speaker, humanitarian, and a thought leader in the area of community building.
A hurdle I have faced as an entrepreneur is the need to niche down, to really figure out what is your core product, what is your core service, and stay focused on that. I'm somebody who's done a lot of different things over my life, a lot of different podcasts, a lot of different businesses, corporate careers, nonprofit careers, starting nonprofits, starting all kinds of things. And so when I realized I had to niche down, that was a real struggle for me. Part of it is I'm interested in a lot of different things and I can talk about a lot of different things. But part of it is also sort of fear of missing out. Like I was afraid if I did this, that means I wouldn't do this. And if I did this, I wouldn't do this. And that was a real thing, a real struggle for me as I was continuing to be encouraged to niche down. And eventually I got to the point where logically I knew that's what I should do. I logically knew I needed to niche down, but it was still really hard. Every time I tried to do that, I kept adding the margins. I kept thinking, yeah, but what about that? What about that? And it means I'm going to miss out on all of these people. And logically I got there, but it wasn't until I actually started to niche down that I realized, these people are right. There's actually more value in niching down, because what I have found is that when I didn't niche down, I didn't really connect with anybody. Now, nobody was offended and nobody was like, oh, I don't like that. So it somewhat appealed to everybody, but it didn't really appeal to anybody. There weren't people going, man, that is the person that I line up with. That's the person that I know, like, and trust. That's the person that I really want to link arms with. And that's the person that I want to give my business to. That wasn't happening because I wasn't niched down. And as I started doing that, as I started saying, well, I'm going to focus on business coaching, that started getting a little more people plugged in. But then when I really started going, I'm going to focus on the small businesses, the mom and pop shops, the main street shops, the people that just are solopreneurs or have one partner or a couple employees. I'm going to invest in those folks and really turn their businesses around and give them some ideas that they never otherwise would get. And I'm going to just have impact in them. And from there, I'm going to transform communities, because these small businesses become more vibrant and more have more full of vitality. And that's going to then create this movement in the small business community inside of these communities, and they're going to become revitalized. And as I started niching down into that, saying, I'm not going to worry about getting corporate clients or doing executive coaching or working inside of big companies. I'm going to focus on these small businesses. As I did that, and as I cast that vision, people were really connecting with it. Now, again, not everybody's going to, but the people that did actually really connected with it because I spoke their language. I could talk about how hard it is to be an entrepreneur and to spin a million plates and, be the cleaning crew and be the finance team and be the marketing team. And I could relate to that and I could understand that. And so it really became really embedded in me, this idea that you need to niche down. And I wish I would have really internalized that earlier. Again, I got it logically, but I didn't really internalize it. I didn't practice it. And so that is really my key learning. And if you're out there going, man, I feel like I'm trying to please everybody or I'm not really niched down, I encourage you, do it. And what worked for me is surrounding myself with people that I trusted and say, all right, here's the goal. The goal is to get me to a single small niche. Go. What do I do well? What don't I do well? What do you guys think? Let's have some conversation. And that worked well for me to finally get to the point where it's saying, man, just add a ton of value to these small businesses. So that is my encouragement for all of you who are listening, is to find your niche. And when you think you found your niche, go even deeper. And once you've found that, then go after it with full vigor. Good luck.
To receive a complimentary copy of the Progressive Partnerships book for entrepreneurs on Kindle or audiobook, plus loads of other goodies at the intersection of investing and small business, go to callumlang.com now.